blue for me and you. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
What's up, guys? Welcome my keys.
What a wonderful world.
What's up, guys? How's everyone doing today?
What a wonderful world.
I don't know, guys. How would I look? I'm just trying to mess with the settings. It's a little bright outside. It's like, I haven't checked my phone, but I want to say it's probably like 101 right now. But what's up, guys? So this gonna look booty, guys.
The colors of the rainbow. So pretty in the sky.
I'm about to go pick up my brake kit from O'Reilly's Performance Parts. You guys know where that's at. Hit the like button.
In paradise, I suppose. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, hello, me again. Oh, life could be a dream. If I could take you up in paradise, I suppose. If you would tell me I'm the only one that you love, life could be a dream, sweetheart. Hello, hello again. Shaboom, hello, me again. Oh, shaboom, 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 shaboom.
I don't know if you guys can see me. It's not that bad. Alright, guys, here at O'Reilly's. I'll pull up on Edgar, see what's up with these brakes.
Is four-wheel drive?
Is that?
Oh, it's four-wheel drive, huh? No matter what. Oh, don't starve, food. Don't even starve.
Look at that with us.
You gotta get me out. I'm outside of work.
Outside of work, this is Edgar from O'Reilly's here. O'Reilly's Performance.
Gotta hook this fool up.
That's cool, boy. I'll make you famous, bro.
It's on the gram.
On the YouTube, bro. What you mean on the gram?
Hey, we were left, both, huh?
What?
What did I quote you?
Like,
Didn't even show you the quote, huh?
I didn't bring the quote, bro.
You need pads?
What?
You get
Yeah,
pads.
I need pads. Pads and rotors.
Fucking Moses, piece of shit.
Agüitas?
No, I don't care. We'll get this closest out of my face. I just get nervous on camera.
Bro, tell me about it, bro. Takes me like 50 tries to say something to do.
No way.
Yeah.
Like get on it, yeah, stuttering and shit. I'm with the peanut.
Penis makes videos too, or what?
Wait, you don't have to change the rotor on it?
I don't think so. It's stock. It's just direct spot. I'm getting a new rotor because mine's all fucked up, but like I don't have to change the rotor.
Well, the lie detector test determined that was a lie.
There's two-way. Oh no, one for dual. You're gonna have to change them.
Yeah.
Yeah. $297 for everything.
$297.
That's calipers, pads, and rotors.
Well, that's the same price as last time.
That's not what I quoted you though, did I?
Yeah, exactly what you quoted me last time.
I'm scared! Please!
You're a second shit.
What?
I'll probably go lower. Let me forget this closest out of my face.
What's up, guys? So today's actually the next day. I had to go to work, so I couldn't record anything. I had to rush out. But this is basically all you guys. Need right now for the rear brake conversion. You're gonna need a box of brake pads for 2003 Z71 Tahoe, 2003 Z71 rear brake rotors, 2003 Z71 Tahoe dual piston calipers. And you also gonna need a 2003 Tahoe brake caliper bracket. Included with the calipers is gonna come this little parts of bolts. I apologize, guys. But to show you guys the difference between the calipers, it's like one piston, two pistons, one piston, two pistons. And then the rotors themselves, these are actually really thin. I mean, not just because that they're used, but these things are like twice as beefy, and the webbing is spread out twice as far. I assume for better cooling. And tools that you're gonna need is you're gonna need a 11mm socket, an 18mm socket, and a 12mm socket. And just a piece of pipe or something to give you a little bit of leverage. Alright guys, so we're going to start off with the rear brake lines. And to remove the rear brake lines, you're going to need an 11mm socket. So if you don't know what it looks like, this is what it's going to look like. This line right here on the side is just a little nut right here. And this is where the copper pipe comes in play. If for any reason you can't take anything off, just put the copper pipe on top of the wrench and just hold down on it. It just gives you a little bit extra leverage. I just forgot to mention this. I forgot to put a piece of cardboard or something to just catch the oil that's going to leak out of the hydraulic fluid under the caliper, and I just made a mess. So I'm just going to let you guys know ahead of time so you guys don't make the same mistake as I did. But back to the build, bro. So the guide pins are inside this little cylinder right here. So, and they stick out right here. This isn't really the guide pin, this is the nut that ties into the guide pin, but this is where it's gonna go. This one, and then there's a second one down here. Sorry guys, my camera's just too bulky to fit it under these small spaces. So 11mm, and a copper pipe is pretty much all you need right now. Actually, I should have loosened it up halfway out and then gone to the next one, and then once when they were both loose, take them both out. But I fucked up, and I'm gonna just leave it in the video so you guys learn from the mistakes. The pin was actually seized in there, but thankfully I could take out the whole pin out and not just the screw on top. But I don't need this either. So I tossed it out or returned it back to the parts store for core value. We're actually gonna remove the 18mm nuts that are on the back of the bracket. So now you guys are gonna use your 18mm socket. Right behind the bracket, you should feel it. Again, if you guys don't be scared to use your whole body, guys. You know, sometimes you just don't have the right tools and you have to use what you got. Next part, guys, we're taking off this rotor. You can sell this for scrap metal or something. That's basically it. Pop it off. And push the new one in. Sometimes you have to wiggle it. I didn't, thankfully, on this one. I did have to wiggle the other side, but this little snout should actually push through the hole. If it's stuck behind the hole, then there's something wrong. But for example, if it gets stuck, just wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it, wiggle it and push, wiggle it and push, and then it should come straight forward. Alright guys, so for the next part, we're gonna work on the bracket. Your caliper should have came with a little baggie that comes with 3 shims. This one goes into the caliper itself, and these 2 go on the bracket. Just pop these into these grooves right here. Should fit like a glove. Make sure everything's in there nice and snug. Everything looks pretty even. So now that's what they should look like. Next, we're going to do the brake caliper. And see these little protrusions here, these little tabs? The tabs go facing down. So down. You're going to grab your little diamond piece again. So the wide side goes facing towards the piston. The skinny side goes facing towards this little piece of metal right here. So you're just gonna pop them in like this. and just like that. That's what this should look like. That's it. Next is just grease the rails. Just like that. Run your finger across. Doesn't matter. Next step is, now you're gonna put them back on. You're gonna run your 18mm bolts back on these. Alright guys, so now that you have them screwed down, you should torque these to, I don't know how many foot-pounds to be honest with you, but because I don't have a torque wrench, I'm gonna just use my copper pipe again and just give it until it stops. Just slap on your brake pads, guys. Alright guys, so for your brake pads, don't forget to grease them. So dab and then rub it down. Next is the dielectric grease. Push those pins in. Alright, what's next is this boot. You're going to put it on top of that pin we just put in right now. Same thing with the other one. Put it down. Grab this little brass nut. Put your washer on. Should be two of them. Alright guys, so to install the guide pins back on, sometimes you have to use some pliers. Hold it down right here on the boot and twist it with your wrench. I know some of you purists are probably screaming, but like, you gotta do what you gotta do. Why I'm doing this is because that shit's spinning, bro. Alright guys, so finally, you just put your brake line back on. So bolted up, that's what this should look like, guys. And don't forget to torque everything down to its spec. And thanks for watching.